So I'm standing here at the Brookhaven Early College High School class department, and I was trying to pick my brother up for lunch, and that guy right up there, the principal, I took a picture of his name tag, I don't know what it is currently off the top of my head, has been standing there watching me because he told me to get off the premises. I was asked by the secretary if I needed any help, and I said no thank you. I'm just standing here sitting here. I was sitting on a bench. I'm just sitting here waiting for my brother to get out of class in 9 minutes so I can take him to lunch. And we were going to eat lunch on the campus here. They have a Subway and a pizza place or whatever. So I was standing there waiting for my brother to get out of class, and the lady came and asked me if I needed any help. And I said, no, thank you. I'm just sitting here waiting for my brother to get out of class. She said, well, you can't be sitting there on that bench, which is just directly inside of that building right there. So I said, why can I not sit inside the building on the bench? And she said, because you're not a student here. I said, okay, well, I've never had a problem like this before. And she said, well, you cannot be on the premises. I said, okay, so I can just go out here then? And she said, yep. So I just walked out the doors, the very opposite of this building right here, where that door is. It's just one single hallway that goes through, and I stood on the other side, kind of by where those students are walking over there, but on the back side of this building. And I just stood there, and I was just doing stuff on my phone, waiting, and then the principal came out. I didn't know he was the principal at the time, not that that really matters. And he came out, and he said, sir, you cannot be here. And I said, why? I'm just waiting for my brother, and I was told to step outside. He said, you cannot be on the premises. I said, you're telling me I can't be on the property? He came and he said, this is a public school, public college. And I said, okay, so why can't I be out here? I'm not bothering anyone. And he said, because you don't attend class here. And I said, okay, does that matter? So he said, you can stand about 15 or 20 feet over that way. That's not our property. I said, are you kidding me? You're going to come out here and you're going to play word games with me over and nitpick about 15 or 20 feet while I'm just simply standing here waiting for my brother for 9 minutes till he gets out of class. No harm to anybody. There's other students all over the place. Oh, here comes my brother right there. There he is right there. He's actually calling me. But there's students all over the place just sitting on benches and reading books and talking to other people. And anyways, and I guess he called the campus police or the Brookhaven police. So anyways, he said, so you're refusing to go over there? I said, no, I never said that. I'm just trying to figure out why it's inappropriate for me to stand here. Hey, I think he called the police on me. That police officer, I think he's here for me.
So what happened?
Here's my brother, by the way.
I know, he's a principal's a weirdo.
The principal's a weirdo? Well, I walked through the building. I walked in because I had to use the bathroom. So I walked in and I asked somebody, I said, hey, is there a restroom here I can use? And he said, yeah, just right there. I said, okay, cool. So I go in there and I use the bathroom. Dude, I've been on the road or in the car for like over an hour and a half.
Right.
I drank an energy drink. Good to see you, by the way.
Yeah, good to see you.
I had to use the bathroom so bad. So I go in there, I use the bathroom, wash my hands, and I go towards the back door. And I sit on the bench inside the building. And I was just going to wait there for you and surprise you when you got out of class. And the receptionist lady comes in, and she goes, excuse me, sir, can I help you? I said, no, I'm just waiting for my brother to get out of class so I can go to lunch with him. She said, oh, okay. She said, you can't be in the building. I said, why not? She said, because...
He's coming over here.
Oh, okay. Because you're not a student or whatever. I said, okay, well, can I go stand outside? And she said, yeah. So I said, okay, that's cool. And anyways, then I just went and stood out the doors. And this is retarded. I went and stood out the doors, and I just stood there, and I was, playing my game on my phone or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, your principal comes out, and he's like, you can't be on the property. And I said, I can't be on the property.
So
Why
then
not?
I thought they lied to you?
Huh?
The receptionist lied to you then?
I don't know. But I said, why can't I be on the property? What's the problem? And he said, you're not a student here. I said, okay, well, Well, he first came out and he said, "This is a public school." I said, "Okay, so what's the problem? I'm standing outside and you're not disrupting." Yeah.
Did you just walk through this building here?
Yes, I did.
Did you have any words with the principal of this building?
Yes, I did.
What was the issue?
He said I couldn't be on the property. I was waiting for my brother to get out of class so I could take him to lunch here.
Okay.
I went in and used the bathroom and I sat on the bench
Okay.
and I just was minding my own business. The receptionist came and asked me if I needed help. I said, "No, I'm just waiting for my brother." Mind you, he was 9 minutes from getting out of class.
Okay.
Wasn't disturbing anybody. I was by the back door.
Okay.
She said, "You can't be in the building, sir." I said, "Okay, can I stand out here and wait for him?" She said, "Yeah." So I went out the back door, stood there
Okay.
by the wall, playing my game on my phone until my brother got out of class. The principal came out and said, "You can't be on this property." First he said, "This is a public school. You can't be here." I said, "Why?"
So if you're not a student, you can't be at the
Well,
school?
the issue with that building is that, you know, it's minors in that building. They're under 18.
Understandable.
And so that's, you know, the high school building. So they
Right.
pretty much, you know, we're not supposed to have traffic going in and out that building.
What if I was his parent though?
If you was his parent, that's different. You would go to the
But
office.
but she didn't ask me. She didn't ask me to identify myself. She didn't
Really?
direct me anyway.
And that could be something to deal with their policy.
Right.
You know, him
Right.
telling you you can't be on the property, he shouldn't have told you that.
Right.
The call I got came in is that, hey, you got belligerent with him.
No,
and
sir.
You was, you know, irate and
No.
you walked out the building.
No, sir. I was outside the building when he came and talked to me.
Give me 1 second, sir.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
He's up there.
He's standing up there right
His
now.
name is Isley.
I got his name. I got his name. I asked him for his name.
Oh yeah, he threw me in detention because my friends my friends were saying the word penis,
Yeah.
and I found it funny, and that's
Yeah, I'm out.
detention worthy.
Wow.
Yeah.
So first of all, this is a public property. You
Yeah.
be on property. And like I said, the issue lies that when you go in the building, just check in with them. But he said that you got irate with him.
No, sir.
So,
Absolutely not.
you know.
I'm on probation, so
Okay.
I don't do stuff like that because I protect myself. I have
Right.
2 children.
Okay. Yeah, that's understandable.
I think that he just saw me with my tattoos and my hat,
Okay.
which I wear because I need to get a haircut here soon. I get one usually every 2
Hey, don't
weeks.
worry about it. I had to get those too, man. You know, I understand. So-
I know. I've been, I've shaved my head. I used to just shave my head so I didn't have to get a
Yeah,
haircut. But
that's what I try to do, so I don't have to pay for them. So, yeah.
save you a bunch of money, man.
Yeah.
But I feel like he came and he profiled me,
He
and
definitely
Okay.
does that with everyone.
and
That's just-
he's had more experience with him. But sir, I did not get belligerent with him. I simply just asked him why I wasn't allowed to be outside after the secretary told me I could, and I asked him for his name. And before I could even get a picture, I said, "Can you spell your name for me?" He said, "It's right here." He took his card off. I said, "Okay, let me get just a picture of it then."
Okay.
And then before I could even snap my picture, he had his phone out and he said, "I'm calling the police on you." So that was it. I'm sorry to waste your time.
Well, it ain't no big deal. Like I said, we got to check out everything because it is, you know, minors here.
Of course, of course.
But I mean, far as if you have any complaints against him, you have to probably take that up with Character Performance Branch.
I do have complaints against him. That's
yeah.
so unprofessional. I mean,
Right.
he didn't even ask me who I was.
Right.
I could have been someone's parent.
And that could be, like I said, that could be a security issue that they need to address.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, he has a staff member telling you one thing, and
Yeah.
then you come out. I mean, he come out and tell you something totally different. That's a big issue.
And just the way, I mean, he was acting towards me. If this was my son,
Right.
and I had him going to school here, I'd have a huge issue with him
Oh,
because
yeah.
because of the way I'm sure he treats his students.
Exactly.
So, and I appreciate you being cool about it. I mean, I really was just simply wait.
We get a call. I'm just over here checking. He said
What-
he's going to the parking lot.
What's your
I'm
name,
like,
sir?
"Which parking-" Lieutenant Hill.
I'm Zach.
Zach,
Nice to meet you.
Zach.
We're just gonna continue up through here and go to Subway and eat
Okay.
lunch if that's okay.
I mean, that's fine. Like
Okay.
I said, this is a public campus. It's just,
Okay.
yeah, you could just be careful when you go in that building.
Yes, sir.
If you're going to go in that building in the future, just check in with the receptionist and, you know.
Noted. I was told never to go in that building again. So,
Really?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was told never walk through that building
You're
again.
Okay.
My brother, aren't you able to come pick me up?
I thought I was.
I would have a talk with the resource officer who was
Please.
just on the radio just now and let him know what me and you discussed.
Thank you.
So he can discuss some things with him, and then hopefully we can get a resolution behind this.
Thank you, sir.
You
I
know?
really appreciate
All
it.
right, you take care of yourself.
You too,
man.
sir. Have a
All
good
right.
one.